She texted me, "I think maybe we should break up." I surprised her by responding, "I agree." She sent me a message. "I think maybe we should break up." I surprised her by responding, "I agree. Your stuff will be on your porch in an hour." Her next message was confused panic. Wait, I was joking, but I wasn't. Me, 31, male, was sitting at my desk reviewing quarterly reports when the message arrived. Madison, 28. She'd been playing these games for months, but this was the ending she didn't see coming. "I've been thinking. I think maybe we should break up. This isn't working anymore." I stared at it for about 30 seconds. Not surprised, not hurt, just relieved. She'd been using this manipulation tactic every few weeks, usually after not getting her way about something. Last time was because I couldn't take a day off work for her friend's pool party on a random Wednesday. But this time I was done playing. "I agree. Your stuff will be on the porch in an hour." The typing bubbles appeared immediately, disappeared, appeared again, then an avalanche. "Wait, what?" "I was joking, honey. I was just upset. Call me. This isn't funny. I was testing you." Testing me. There was the admission. I put my phone on silent and got to work. Not on quarterly reports, but on packing. 2 years of her gradually moving in without officially living here. Time to reverse that process. Started with the bathroom. Her 17 different shampoos. Why face masks? That expensive curling iron she had to have. The medicine cabinet looked empty without her stuff. Good. The bedroom next. Clothes she left for convenience. The jewelry box on my dresser. Those decorative pillows that served no purpose except making sleep harder. The fake plant she insisted made the room pop. Living room. Her yoga mat. Books she never read but displayed for aesthetics. A throw blanket that matched the vibe but felt like sandpaper. A framed photo of us at her cousin's wedding. She looked great. I looked trapped. Accurate. The kitchen. Her specialty coffee pods. The juicer used exactly twice. Fancy wine glasses for wine she only drank for Instagram stories. The air fryer she begged for, used once, and complained it took up too much counter space. 45 minutes. 6 boxes and 3 garbage bags. Neat, organized, ready for pickup. My phone was exploding. 47 missed calls. Lost count of the messages. Voicemails I'd review later for entertainment value. I placed everything on the porch and sent a photo. "Everything's outside. Please pick it up within 2 hours or it's going to the curb for donation pickup. You can't do this. I pay rent." She didn't. She contributed to groceries occasionally. And by occasionally, I mean twice in 6 months. "I'm coming over. We need to talk about this. You're overreacting." It was a joke. A joke, right? Like when she jokingly threatened to burn my vintage band shirts because I went to my brother's bachelor party instead of her work event. Or when she jokingly posted on Facebook that she was single after I couldn't afford the Tiffany bracelet she wanted. Hilarious. 20 minutes later, her car screeched into my driveway. She got out before it fully stopped. Mascara already running. Madison was pounding on the door. "Open up. This is insane." Through the Ring camera. "Your stuff is on the porch. Please take it and leave." "I'm not leaving until we talk. Then I'll call the police for trespassing." "Your choice." She grabbed the first box and hurled it at my door. Real classy. Then sat on my porch steps and called in reinforcements. On speakerphone. Of course. Her mother. "Honey, what's happening?" "Mom, he's kicking me out over a text message." "What did the message say?" Madison paused. I might have suggested we break up, but I was joking. Even through the phone, the silence was deafening. "Madison, Grace, you didn't. It was a test to see if he'd fight for me." Deep sigh from her mother. "Come home. We'll talk." Plot twist. Her mother was on my side. Love it. But Madison wasn't done. Oh no, this was just act 1 of the entitlement show. Update 1. 3 days later. Madison's spiral was something to behold. Day 1 was denial. Day 2 was anger. Day 3 was bargaining with a side of harassment. First, she tried the classic, "I'm pregnant" play. The message came at 2 a.m. "Madison, we need to talk." "I'm late." "Me? Late for what?" "Madison, my period. I might be pregnant." "Me? Interesting. You've been on birth control for years. Plus, we haven't been intimate in 3 weeks because you said I was emotionally unavailable." "Madison, birth control fails." "Me? Sure does. Take a test. Let me know if it's positive. We'll handle it through lawyers." "Madison, you're seriously going to make me do this alone?" "Me? You broke up with me. Remember? Your decision." Total silence. Surprise. No pregnancy. Then came the social media assault. She posted a crying selfie with, "You give someone 2 years of your life, and they throw you away like trash over a misunderstanding." Her friends flooded the comments. "Men are trash. You deserve better, queen." "His loss, babe." But some mutual friends knew the real story. My friend Carlos commented, "But didn't you break up with him?" Madison deleted the post within an hour. Then she tried the possessions game, claiming I had stuff of hers that I hadn't returned. Her grandmother's ring never existed. The laptop charger was mine. Sentimental items. Be specific or shut up. Money I owed her for what? I texted, "Everything you left here was on the porch. You threw a box at my door, then took everything. I have ring footage." Checkmate. Then she escalated to workplace drama. Yeah, it went there. She called my office pretending to be from my doctor's office to give me urgent test results. The receptionist patched her through to my cell. I recognized her voice immediately. "Me. Impersonating medical personnel is illegal. Madison. Madison, I needed to talk to you. Me. This is harassment. Next contact will be through my lawyer. Madison, you can't threaten me. I know your secrets. Me, what secrets? Your browser history. It's sports highlights and cooking videos. Terrifying. She hung up, but the peak of entitlement came when she showed up at my gym. 6 a.m. I'm mid-bench press when I see her talking to the front desk, pointing at me. Gym staff. Sir, this woman says she's your girlfriend and lost her access card. Me, ex-girlfriend. We broke up 4 days ago. She's not authorized. Madison, honey, don't be like this. Me, she texted me breaking up. I agreed. Now she's stalking me. Security got involved. She was escorted out, her membership flagged. She screamed that I was ruining her fitness journey. The girl hadn't been to the gym once in the 2 years of membership I paid for. That afternoon, I got a call from her friend Brittany. Brittany, you need to get back with Madison. Me, why? Brittany, she's sleeping on my couch and crying constantly. It's been 3 days. Me, sounds like your problem. Brittany, she made a mistake. Everyone tests their relationships. Me, healthy people don't. Brittany, she's threatening to do something dramatic. Me, like what? Brittany, she bought a plane ticket to her ex's city. Me, great. I hope they're happy. Brittany, you have no heart. Me, I'm single by her choice. The ex-boyfriend play was pure manipulation. She wanted me to panic, beg her not to go, fight for her. Instead, I blocked her on everything and moved on with my life. Update 2. 2 weeks later, Madison's spiral accelerated when her tactics didn't work. The ex-boyfriend trip, total fabrication. She actually went to her aunt's house 2 towns over and posted photos pretending to be in another state. Her cousin dmed me the truth because even her family was tired of the drama. But she wasn't done. Oh no, she hired a life coach, her friend who took an online course, to help her manifest me back. This coach, Serena, contacted me on LinkedIn. Serena, hi, I'm working with someone from your past to clear negative energy blocks. Would you be open to a healing conversation about forgiveness? Me, no. Serena, closure is important for both parties. Spiritual growth. Me, I'm closed, spiritually and literally. Blocked. Then Madison tried the mutual friends approach. She started showing up to every group event, acting surprised to see me there. Game night at Carlos's house. Oh, I didn't know you'd be here. Carlos literally texted her not to come because I'd confirmed. Trivia night at our usual bar. What a coincidence. She posted she was going on her Instagram story. Each volleyball Saturday. The universe keeps bringing us together. I left. I wasn't dealing with that energy on my free time. Each time she cornered someone to talk about our misunderstanding and how I overreacted to a joke. People started avoiding her. Carlos told me she spent an entire party following different people around, telling the story, getting more dramatic each time. Version 1. I made a joke and he kicked me out. Version 5. I was expressing my feelings and he left me on the street. Version 10. He planned this. He wanted me gone. There's probably another woman. There was no other woman. Unless you count my Xbox, which was getting more attention now that I had peace. The restraining order threat became real when she started showing up at my work. Not inside. She'd learned that lesson. But outside, sitting in her car waiting for my lunch break, holding a sign that said, "Let's talk." Security noticed. HR got involved. They offered to call police. I said, next time. Next time was the following day. The sign now read, "You can't ignore love." Police were called. She got a warning. I filed for a restraining order. At the absolute peak of entitlement, she sent her new boyfriend to talk to me. Yes, she found some guy named Trent on a dating app, convinced him I was the villain, and sent him to man up and confront me. This poor guy shows up at my door puffing his chest. Trent, you're Madison's ex. Me, yes. Trent, you kicked her out for nothing. Me, she broke up with me. I agreed. She didn't like that. Trent, she said you were abusive. Me, did she tell you about the restraining order? I showed him the papers, police reports, ring recordings of her throwing boxes, screenshots of her admitting it was a test. Trent stood there processing. Then, dude, I'm sorry. I had no idea. She said you were stalking her. Me, run. Trent, run fast. Trent, I already am. Thanks for the heads up. He left. Madison called me screaming 10 minutes later. I didn't answer, but the voicemail was a gem. Apparently, I ruined her chance at happiness and poisoned Trent against her. Final update. 1 month later, the restraining order was granted. Madison had to stay 150 yards away from me, my home, and workplace. The judge reviewed the evidence, texts, ring recordings, police reports, witness statements from my gym and office, and actually said, "Ma'am, you broke up with him." He agreed. Everything else is harassment. Madison tried to argue it was a misunderstanding and I knew she was joking. The judge asked why anyone would joke about breaking up. Her answer, to see if he really loved me. Judge, that's manipulation, not communication. Order granted. But even that didn't stop her immediately. She tried to circumvent it. Sent letters through mutual friends, returned unopened. Had her mother call me, blocked. Created fake social media accounts, reported. Showed up places just as I was leaving, technically 150 yards away. The final straw was when she applied for a job at my company. Different department, same building. HR caught it immediately due to the restraining order. She threatened to sue for discrimination. Company legal shut it down quickly. Through the grapevine, I heard about the fallout. She lost most of her friend group when the full story came out. Brittany kicked her off the couch after the Trent incident. Her parents made her pay rent to live at home. She started court-ordered therapy after violating the restraining order. Lost her job, unrelated to me. She didn't show up after the court date. The last attempt at direct contact was a letter from her therapist, a real one, requesting my participation to help her closure process. My lawyer responded that any therapeutic closure must occur without my participation and within restraining order boundaries. 6 months later, life is peaceful. I've been casually dating, nothing serious. I'm focused on work, got promoted, and making gym progress without drama. Replaced all her decorative nonsense with stuff I actually like. My place looks like an adult lives there, not a Pinterest board. I ran into her mother at the grocery store last week. Awkward but civil. Her mother, I'm sorry about everything that happened. Madison is working on herself. Me, I hope she does well. Her mother, she knows she messed up. The testing thing, I never taught her that. Me, it's in the past. Got to move forward. Her mother, you're a good man. She had something good. Me, past tense. Take care. And that's it. She tested our relationship by threatening to end it. I called her bluff by agreeing. She expected me to fight, beg, prove my love with some grand gesture. Instead, I packed her stuff and moved on. A lesson: when someone threatens to leave to manipulate you, let them go. If they wanted to stay, they wouldn't threaten to leave. And if it's a test, they've already failed. The only thing I regret, not doing it sooner. Those decorative pillows really were terrible, uncomfortable. Oh, and Madison, last I heard, she's dating a guy who loves playing those relationship games. They test each other constantly, break up every other week. Perfect match. I'm not testing anything except my new barbecue recipes and whether I can beat my personal record at the gym. Both are going better than any of her tests. I really value hearing your perspectives. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.